1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Hi guys!
Hello.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Receipts Podcast. Welcome. Yes, we are back. We are back in the building with a brand new episode. So I've got actually so much to talk about today.
Oh, okay.
I've got so much to talk about. But before we crack on, let's introduce ourselves.
Okay, it's your girl Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey. Oh, should we shout out what we're doing? So basically, we have got a very special person in the studio today. Shout out to Vanessa. She is our listener. She is spending the day with us, and it's a privilege you only get when you're on Patreon. So
yeah,
I mean,
join our Patreon.
So join
you can
our
actually
Patreon.
do a day when you come into the studio,
Exactly.
see us record, maybe pop in an episode. But yeah, Vanessa is in the house.
She is indeed.
Brent's in the house.
Yeah.
Amanda's in the house, and we are in the house. Do you remember the LL Cool J show? It's in the house.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I actually really enjoyed that show.
That was a good time. That's when TV was like A1. But speaking of TV, Hyacinth Bucket died.
She
did.
And if I'll be honest, if you just said that name to me, don't have a clue. But I know her face so well. Iconic. She was in Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah.
And I remember Keeping Up Appearances was one of those shows that I used to watch. And I used to feel like I was learning about British people.
Yeah.
Britishness.
Yeah, it felt very
it felt
British,
very British. She was quite like... She was posh, but she wasn't uppity. Yeah, and like clumsy, and she'd fall over and do that kind of thing. Yeah. And she died at a good age of 90-something.
Shout out
she
that.
lived long.
She did.
Had a great career, did her thing,
and
tapped out. Maybe that's what life is. You do your thing and you tap out.
She really did. But Keeping Up Appearances reminds me of like, there was this era of TV in the 90s. It was like Keeping Up Appearances, Only Fools and Horses, Birds of a Feather, and Goodnight Sweetheart.
I didn't know Goodnight Sweetheart.
I used to watch all of those shows.
Birds of a Feather and Keeping Up Appearances.
And it was such iconic British TV. So yeah, R.I.P. What's her real name again? Patricia Routledge. R.I.P. to you, young lady.
Young, like 90 something. Anyway, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really good actually. Oh my God, no, there was something else that I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to shout out her, and I wanted to talk about that video I saw of Kemi Badenoch.
Oh yes,
I'm still triggered. Like, I literally saw a video of Kemi Badenoch dancing in a room full of like random people, waving a Union Jack around, singing Sweet Caroline.
So I haven't seen this video, but as you're talking about it, what I'm imagining is that she's in the middle, they're waving this flag, and it's a spiritual attack. They're trying to indoctrinate her into this very British cult.
It feels like she is, it's some sort of weird initiation. It was very odd, but it was like the worst part of it was she didn't know the words to Sweet Caroline. I'm sorry, if there's any exam that you need to take to prove your Britishness, you need to know the words to Sweet Caroline. She did not know them.
Okay. Outside of Sweet Caroline.
That's a banger though.
What else?
What else do you need to know?
No, as in, what are the other lyrics?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Outside of Sweet Caroline. I don't know what fucking comes next.
I Still Believe?
No.
Oh, no, never mind. Wrong
song.
Song.
Sure.
Wrong song. But I just feel like it is such...
Wait, so you're telling me she didn't even know the Sweet Caroline bit?
No, she was offbeat for the Sweet Caroline bit as well. Like, she was offbeat. But I honestly think she was concentrating more on waving that Union Jack flag really hard. Like, and I get it. Like, not everyone can like multitask. Do you know what I mean? But I was when I saw that video, I was so gagged. I was just like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? We were both in Paris this weekend just gone.
Yeah, we missed each other.
But we missed each other. So yeah, we both went to Paris for very different reasons. And like, Paris was cute.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? Because you always say you didn't really like Paris that much.
Yeah, I've never really liked Paris, but I've started to have gone there for different things. That's kind of made me like it a bit more. It was funny. Do not clip this before people think I'm mad, right? So got to Paris, right, and got to the train station. Truly, Eurostar, what a convenient way to travel. Nah, sorry, they smashed it.
They really ate with that one, I can't lie.
No, do you know when you are traveling, I was like, everything is so efficient. I was like, what a great efficient way to go across borders. How they put the tunnel underwater, I don't need to know. That's none of my business. But it was just so smooth sailing. And like Harper and Cruz were on my train, right? Because then one was doing Fashion Week as well. And firstly, Harper is the most beautiful girl.
She's so pretty, isn't she?
Do you know when they say English rose? That's what I see.
Yeah,
she's
pretty.
a beautiful English rose. So anyway, efficient way to travel. You get your stuff. There's no 100mm thing. This is not even an ad for you and stuff, but I just thought they smashed it.
Yeah,
I was like, this is so good. You scan your little thing. Everything makes sense. Brilliant. In Paris, 2 hours. Cool. Come out Paris station. Grand de Lord de Grand, and come out and there's the longest queue for like taxis, right? And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I did that.
I was just like, I walked like 10 minutes away, then called an Uber when I was like a bit away from it, right? So this Uber man comes along, right? And he's this like young black guy and he's like, T? I'm like, yeah. Get into the Uber, whatever. And do you know that annoying thing where your eye catches them in the...
Yeah.
So my eyes like catching him, so I'm not just like looking down. Anyway, he starts like blasting...
Not hip-hop.
French hip-hop music.
Okay.
Like blasting it, like as in loud, as if we are homies going on like a road trip together. And the little part of me was just like, if I wasn't black, would you do this? Like,
Definitely
I was like, turn
not.
this shit down, man.
He wanted to show you the things.
Yes. So, and then he was just like, oh, I don't think, no, he didn't. I even asked him where I'm from. And then next he changed the song and we started playing Drake. Cool. And then the next song was Summer Walker, Girls Need Love Too.
Wait, was it his own personal playlist or was this the radio?
No, his own personal playlist. Like he was shuffling along. So Summer Walker's Girls Need Love Too come on, right? And then, do you know the bit where she goes, girls never say when they want it? This man says to me, do you say when you want it?
Ah! Oh, pardon.
Pardon? Pardon? That's the
Excusez-moi.
That is the excuse-moi, pardon? Oui. Is everything all right? I was like, sorry, what? He goes, do you ever say when you want it? Right. So you know I've been going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. And my singlet is getting torn everywhere. In that moment, deadpan, I said, I will kill you. And I swear to you, I meant it.
Oh my God.
I meant, I to the point that I was like, my man was like, oh, just cancel the trip and get off. And I was like, no, even if you don't take me to my destination, wherever you take me, you are going to die.
Yeah, we're fighting.
I was like, one of us is dying today and it's not me. I literally, and when I said that I will kill you, he turned the music off and we're just in silence.
He said he needed all his, he needed to be alert.
I was like, I didn't even look down at my phone. I was just like this the whole time. Like, try.
I feel like that's what all women start saying.
Right? No, literally. I didn't smile. I just went, I will kill you. I think it shocked me.
He'll never say that again,
like,
idiot.
Are you all right?
That is sick.
Are you actually okay? So eventually it took me to my destination. To be fair, I don't even know
Black
what was
French.
going. Black, yeah. I don't think I thought he would take me to my destination. I genuinely thought I would kill him. I actually did think. I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, oh, now I've got to kill someone.
Yeah, now I've got to kill someone, and then it's gonna be headline is killing in Paris. Niggas killing in Paris. That's not what I came here for. But sure, whatever. And I've never meant something so much. I was actually quite scared of how much I meant it. Because I would have killed him.
No, when you're already like, you know.
I was already,
you're already
risen.
hot and then someone just comes and just.
I literally thought, I was like, every bit of frustrations that I've been feeling, I'm
I
gonna
might just take
it out on you. You picked the wrong fucking one about do you ever say when you want it.
Why would you say that to a
when
random
that
passenger?
Pardon? Like, who are you talking to?
That is insane. That is actually
anyway,
insane.
I took me to my destination, had a lovely dinner with my friends. And then after that, cool. So I was in Paris because my friend was there and she was doing workshops for Virgil Abloh. And also it's Paris Fashion Week. It was Paris Fashion Week, but I'm not really into. I remember, gosh, I was a Fashion Week girly.
I've never done it like fully.
Oh my God, because
when I used to work.
When I was the beauty editor, I used to go like backstage, see what the models were doing. Like I was like, I used to think I was fucking Lauren. What was her last name from the Hills?
Lauren,
I want to say Conrad, but it's not
Conrad,
that. Is it Conrad?
Yeah.
I used to run around from show to show, doing backstage, doing that. And then I got to the point I was like, I'm just really bored of this.
That was the dream job.
No, literally, I thought I was, that's when I first met Naomi backstage at a show and doing all those kind of things. I just thought, and then from backstage sitting, trying to get the show, but whatever. But now I'm just not that, I don't really care about it anymore. And I realised recently I like clothes, not fashion.
Okay, fairs.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't, I think there's a difference. Like I don't know who the head of anybody is. I just do they make nice clothes and that's my thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had never been to Paris and there hasn't been a protest. Shout out them, man. I rate it so much.
Yeah.
There's always protesting, they're always thinking, and rightly so, there was protests for Palestine. And this was going on right next to Fashion Week. And the juxtaposition fucked me. Because I was like, here are these bunch of people fighting for this very serious cause, and rightly so. And there are these people who are trying to run because there's a show in Dior and there's this person and this person. And there's us in the middle just kind of like wandering around. And I just kept looking at it and I was like, this is not normal. What are we living in? And like, why are we not all centered to be like, this is the issue. Let's all focus on this thing. But everyone is so like, the juxtaposition of it really messed me up. And I was just like, wow, this is my Instagram feed. Yeah. Some very serious, very mundane thinking, but seeing it in real life, it was insane. And I did a lot of like people watching. Paris is a stylish city. Jesus
the people
Christ.
can dress. Even like the most like average everyday people.
Yeah, it's
like
just like their normal style is
chic,
brilliant. Very, very chic people.
Yeah.
Hold tight the wee random.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Paris. Yeah, no, same. I mean,
how was your Paris trip?
It was cute. I just went for the day. I just went on a day trip. And so Nadia, friend of family of the show, she was hosting an event and she was like, oh, do you want to like come with me and be my +1? And I was like, do you know what? I'm not doing anything on Sunday. Yeah, why not? So she was hosting an event for like an alcohol company. I won't say their name because they're not paying us. But it's basically like a South African wine company.
Okay.
And so they have these big elaborate brunches that they put on in Southern Africa. It's usually, I think they've done a few in South Africa and Botswana and other places like that. And this was their first sort of international event, but it was absolutely gorgeous. It was so stunning. And I had the same experience when I came out of the station. I proper felt like, what's that film Taken with Liam Neeson? I got approached by a couple of guys. They're like, taxi. And I was like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I'm not getting in an unregistered taxi. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, let me join the queue and wait. So I waited in the queue for time.
I can't believe you waited.
The queue was mad.
Yeah, it was so long.
And the thing is, it was moving fast, but there was one guy that kind of held up. So I think Ubers are not allowed in that specific area. And then one Uber guy just like, not only was he in an area that was undesignated for Uber drivers, but he also cut the queue and like basically sped up to the front and was like trying to pick up his customer.
That's a hustler right there.
But they have like security who do not play. That I don't know if they're armed, but they're really big burly security guys. And so this old man, like he's an older guy and he's pulled up and he's like, and the thing is, in my mind, I thought I understood what they were saying. Obviously they're speaking French, but I kind of like got the gist of what was happening, even though I didn't understand a word of, and he was just like, and then the guy, but he was like proper adamant that like, let me just pick up my person. She's right there. And the security was not having it. He was like, I don't care. Like, this is all in French, by the way.
Yeah.
And then the other guy was like, I don't care if she's right there. You need to get out of this area. And so then the old man reversed his car and he just parked it right in front so that no other taxi drivers that were behind could get past.
I love that.
And then he was just like, don't
you have moments in your life where madness just takes you?
Yeah.
Like, even you know you're wrong, you're like, I don't care. Actually.
No, and then the other guy, and then the big other security guy, he was, by the way, this is an older man, and then this big burly, like huge security guy, and then he was just like, and I know that means shut your fucking mouth, yeah.
Shut your mouth,
I was just like, oh, it's getting good, but also I'm trying to get in my car and everyone else is waiting for their cars. The guy point blank refused to leave. So in the end, the guy called back up.
He didn't like that soldier. So it's been extra man. Just let the man.
And the thing is, the customer was right there.
Just let me pick up my customer and go.
The customer was right there.
But the customer's also slow. Enter the car. Let's go, man.
Exactly. Let's get out of here, man, because they can't hold you.
And then
they would not move. And then all the other cars started beeping. I was like, you man are stupid, because what is beeping going to do? It's not. This man is not trying to move. Anyway, this went on for a good 10 minutes, and then they called back up, and then he had to move. They really called back up for this old man, but it was a hot mess. Like, that whole thing was a mess. Anyway, I got into my taxi, then I went to meet Nadia. We had a lovely time. Like, Nadia was amazing as always. Like, she did her thing. But the content creators there, listen, the African influencers,
content creators do not play.
Oh my God. Like, they looked so amazing. Like, full glam, like proper like outfits that you could tell these are dresses that have been made. Do you know what I mean? And just like really not playing about getting their content, and everyone's got their like those cameras that they hold up. What are they called?
Osmo.
Yeah, they all had. Osmo. They were getting their vlogs. They had professional cameras. Like, people came with their tripods. They were not playing. They were really getting their content. But I guess if you've been flown out by the brand, like, you have to get. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have.
I think they just, and it's always the outfits for me. Like, anytime I've ever seen like an influencer thing in Nigeria or whatever, what the girlies wear. It's in, like, they're getting tailor-made dresses. They're getting their makeup done. They're getting their this, and I'm just like, I showed up to with a shirt and jeans and hey, I came.
Exactly.
Like they definitely go in.
They showed up and showed out. But to be fair, the venue was gorgeous. It was in like this like castle and it was stunning. It was so beautiful. So yeah, that was it. And then I got the train home and it was just back to regular programming. So yeah, I was in and out, but I had a good time.
Cool.
So yeah.
I was in Random Thought the other day. This is off the back of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj insulting each other's kids and things like that. And do you know what? I think actually all celebrities should hide their kids away from the world. I don't actually think any celebrity shouldn't. I don't think we need to know how many kids you have. I don't think you need to show us your kids. I actually think as long as you're looking after them, it's actually none of our business to know if you have kids.
Yeah.
I think all of them should hide them from the world because as soon as insults start flying, that is the first thing people go to. And I just don't think that the world doesn't deserve this precious gift that you have. We shouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like hide them from the world.
Yeah.
As long as you're looking after them, they're eating, you're giving them the money, they're loved. What is my concern in what kids you have?
Yeah. I think it's like when you kind of talk about it in detail as well. Do you know what I mean? As well. Like I just think, no real good has come from people showing their families.
Especially not celebrities.
Yeah, it hasn't. And it's a shame because I understand why people want to do it. Like it's such a big part of your life. And for some people, it can be the difference between, you know, being, I guess, I don't know, just having more access to like different types of like platforms and stuff like that or different brands and stuff. But yeah, when it comes down to the nitty gritty and people have that and they can like, people are talking about your kids, like very specific things about your kids' looks.
Yeah, that's mad.
Do you know what I mean? Because even like, and just to, because obviously when we talked about it last week with the girls, it hadn't even escalated. It gotten so much more dark and now they're talking about each other's children. Like, and like Nikki had mentioned something about Culture's appearance and I felt like, nah. And this was in her apology. Like, so Nicki Minaj was like, okay, I think we've gone too far. I'm going to apologize. And she kind of was like, dear Culture, ... And then said something really derogatory. And I just thought, what kind of apology is this? So obviously Cardi's not an idiot. So she clapped back and then was talking about her son. And I just think, and do you know what it is? It's such a shame because these are grown-ups. I think that like, I get it. Like if people want to show off their families and show off their kids and stuff, you would think that other grown-ups would have the common sense to not use that as an insult. But unfortunately, it's just people will just, I think when you're that angry, people just want to go low. Yeah. And they think about the one thing that can hurt you the most. And everyone's incredibly sensitive about their kids.
It's made me realise that I'm not a good cusser, you know? I think I've got you dumb bitch in me and that's about it.
Same.
As soon as I land, you're a dumb bitch.
Same. I don't think I have it in me.
I don't have anything else.
People that go back and forth, like JT and Santana, so Saucy Santana and JT, off the back of this whole Cardi Nicki thing, they're now beefing.
Oh no.
I know. And it's the thing is, I think like JT and Saucy Santana, they kind of like, since JT and Carisha are kind of not as cool anymore, obviously Saucy Santana is Carisha's best friend, so he's naturally picked a side, which makes sense. And I feel like they've just kind of stayed out of each other's faces. But this whole thing with Cardi spiraled and now they were going back and forth and the things they were saying to each other.
I don't know how to cuss.
I just don't know.
Let it be my worst nightmare, you're not ugly, because I can't lie.
That's the thing.
Because that's the thing, like, do you know there's some cusses that like, you ugly bitch. I'm like, well, she's not ugly. Let's like, I don't know. Anger doesn't make me lie.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they're not ugly, I actually don't know. Like, dumb bitch is all I've got.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But the people that can do it, like, and it's just off, they're just like, back to reeling it off. Yeah.
Reeling it off.
I picked
do you know
up.
though, I do actually believe, I'm sorry if this sounds awful, but I do think people like that, inherently, they're evil people. Let me tell you why. Especially if they were your friend. And then like you're in an argument with a friend and now everything you've ever told them, you know, and that's why every man cheats on you and that's why your dad hates you and that's why raw. I think those people are actually inherently not good people because I don't know why you've got the backlog of everything wrong with me and then now you need to insult me. I think that's crazy.
I definitely agree.
Because that feels like you're holding it for the good day. You're like, one day.
They definitely are. And it's just like, it's almost like you anticipated this day coming, so you've got to rehearse.
Yeah.
You've kind of almost rehearsed it as well. Because I would not be able to remember all of your L's. Like I just would not be able to. I would just be like, yeah, I hate her. Like,
Dumb bitch.
And that would be it. Like I would have nothing else to give. But they were proper cussing. She was like, yeah, that's why you here with your small dick. That's got warts all over it. Just like proper, just like she was just like, use a trick. Like they were just going in on each other. And then he was like, oh yeah, you know, you're sitting in interviews every week talking about your man. He doesn't even fucking like you. The only time he smiles is when he's doing an interview and you're not there. Like, then he was just like, you've got smoke for everybody. You talking about you're too scared to unfollow Cardi B. You don't fuck with her. You don't like Glorilla. You don't like this person. Just proper saying the things. God. And I was just like, and then she was just going in on him as well. Being like, you're so ugly, like you're always saying that everyone's jealous. Who the fuck would be jealous of you? Yeah. She's like, look at you. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know how. But I also think that people that have that skill set, maybe they kind of like heard some of that stuff growing. They probably heard a lot of like shouty arguments and stuff like that growing up.
That's yeah.
And I think that like, because
I'm not from a shouty home.
Yeah, neither
like
am
that.
I.
Like my mum did not cuss us. Yeah. You know people that their mums used to be like, you useless kid. We didn't get cussed as kids at all.
My mum did not like speak down to me like that growing up at all. So I feel like there's something in that as well. But yeah.
Yeah, like I couldn't even call my sisters. We couldn't call ourselves like stupid idiot. Do you know? So we weren't really like a cussy family. Yeah, but those ones that can give a read,
I know.
From your grandma to your mother, they will tell you, "Oh, you're your dumb ass, ugly ass."
Exactly.
How about shit?
I'm just like, you filthy, nasty ass, raggedy ass bitch.
Like, I don't have it.
Same.
Honestly, dumb bitch. You stupid dumb bitch is all I have. But then after that.
I can't even imagine what kind of scenario I'd be in where I'd even have to do that. Do you know what I mean?
The last time.
I've never...
It's with a random stranger.
Yeah, no, I remember one time, this was when we were in Malta. You weren't there though. You weren't there. So basically, us and some of the girls, you were chilling in the villa. And we went to do a photo shoot.
Yes. I remember hearing about this. Yes.
Oh my God. It was so bad. Yes. Yeah. So we're in Malta now. I won't say who we were with because it's quite incriminating. And we were like just walking up and down trying to find locations to take our content, yeah? And then we must have stopped off at one house and we're taking pictures outside this person's house. And then suddenly, so then suddenly this Ferrari just whizzes past at full speeds, yeah? And then we're just like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, it turns out that the person that owned the Ferrari lived in the house. Right, okay. That we're all standing. But the thing is, no one was, we were just standing there taking pictures.
Yeah, you say that, but kind of women just standing outside your yard. What the fuck are you not doing outside of my home?
Photo shoots. And then it was like, and the thing is, like, he came from his balcony and he was just like, you could just tell he was like, south of France, rich parents, really obnoxious, like takes a lot of cocaine kind of vibes. Like, I got that from like 30 seconds of seeing this guy on the balcony. He was like, what are you fucking bitches doing? You know when they've got like an accent that's kind of like American,
not too much fucking bitches.
Like European. He was like European kind of mixed with an American accent. And then he was like, what's going on here? And then we were just like, we're just taking pictures. And then he's like, get the fuck off my doorstep.
Pardon?
Like literally, he was like, get the fuck off my doorstep, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, we're in a foreign country. It is his house. Let's just keep it moving. Yeah. Like, that's my mentality, yeah? And then our friends were just like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? And proper going back and forth and cussing. And he was like, who are you calling a tramp? You're standing outside my house taking pictures. You're standing outside get the fuck out of my property. Like doing all of that, like proper shouting in this quiet area in Malta. I was like, oh my God. And then they were just going back and forth hurling insults, yeah. So then it was like so mad because we've left now. We're like, you know what, it's time to go. And then do you know what he started doing? He started coming back and forth doing laps in his Ferrari.
He said, I want to show you lot I'm not a tramp. I got money.
But it was like really threatening. So he would be like whizzing like past like blah blah blah, like just going back and forth in the Ferrari, like as if he was gonna do something. Oh my God, it was so mad. That's the last time I remember hearing those kind of exchanges, like like insults being held back and forth. Like, oh my God, it was so mad.
Yeah, it's only with like random strangers.
Yeah, random strangers.
Like,
exactly.
Blah, 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 blah. Apart from that, I don't know the last time I've had like a thing. Yeah, I think the last time it happened, I can't say that story. Oh. Sometimes you have to remember.
Or maybe like online. But even on Twitter, I've never even had a spat like that before on like Twitter.
I've had like one Twitter beef years ago when I was at uni. Oh. And it got to a point I was like, let's meet. Because we were both from Grinnell campus.
Yeah. It's like,
we were just like, let's meet. Like, what's up? Like, let's fight. And then I remember one of my guy friends called me, was like, don't fight her. She will fuck you up.
I was like, you might not want none of the smoke.
Like, I know what you're saying, but this girl is strong. They're like, she will fuck you up. So I was like, yeah, I'm not done. I got too much to lose. I'm not fighting you. But I was shook. And
I did not but you just want to be
fucked up. And also, I'm sorry, but if someone says to me now, where are you? I'm sending them to the furthest place away from me.
Exactly. I'll be like, I'm in GL1.
I'm sitting to Croydon.
Glasgow
You're looking
one.
around Croydon, you fucking muppet. When you find to beat them up in Croydon, like, leave me alone. I'm not sending you my location to come and beat me up.
But those people that are committed to fighting, I'm just like, okay.
There's a strong people.
Yeah, those people, they're proper.
There's a strong people.
Yeah, they're really committed.
Have you watched, this is random, The Girlfriend on Amazon?
They're
really
promoting
good
it.
show.
They're heavily promoting. Is that not Martha Stewart? She's not in it. Did I make that
Did
up?
you say Martha Stewart?
Who's the older lady in it that
Not
plays?
fucking Martha Stewart.
Oh.
Not all white blonde women older.
Oh, no,
are
it's not Martha Stewart.
Okay.
It's definitely not Martha Stewart, is it? No, but I have seen it. I have
really
seen
good.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's worth a watch. And it's just kind of like, the premise of it is this woman and her son, he's like the only son and like kind of like a mummy's boy sort of thing. And he gets this new girlfriend and the mother's like, But then also it's really funny because it's dual narrative. So you see her side, you see the other side, and it kind of leaves you fucked up as the audience to be like, oh, actually, whose side am I on?
Yeah.
So because they both seem as crazy as each other.
Yeah.
But it's good. Would recommend
The
it.
boy mums are not getting good PR.
They're not.
Like, they're really not. And sometimes they don't really do themselves any favors.
No.
Because stuff like that, I always think that it's based off of like there's some truth to it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's come from somewhere. And funnily enough, I saw this TikTok today where this woman was like, do you know what? My son has got a new girlfriend and I don't dislike the new girlfriend, but I really miss the old one. And she was
Can
just
you
like,
go date her then?
Yeah.
Please fuck off. Man.
and I think she thought everyone in the comments was going to be like, oh, that's so nice that like you were so like had this affinity to his ex. But everyone in the comments was like, girl, you're weird. Like,
yeah, like you're weird. Like, you
you're
don't
weird.
need-
Like, and everyone was like, just don't disrespect the new girlfriend. And she was like, the new girlfriend hasn't done a single thing. I just miss the old one so badly. Like, and I want them to get back together. And
So then when the new girlfriend sees this video, what are you doing, man?
Exactly.
Get out of my face.
And it's just like, yeah, you boy mums, some of you, you're not beating the allegations. I can't lie, because why are you that invested? And she kept on doing this weird thing where she kept on calling the new girlfriend little girl. I didn't like that because I don't like that. Like, it was weird. She kept on going, yeah, and he's got this little girlfriend and I don't like the little girlfriend. And I was just like, why'd you keep on like, it's almost like she was trying to diminish her or something. I've got no idea how old her son is or anything like that, but I just know that, some of these boy mums are just,
they're not helping themselves.
not at all. It's
Right,
getting
what else did you
weird.
have on your list on your intensive
I had a
things to talk
question.
about? Oh,
I
let's
actually
hear
had a
it.
question. So basically, it's a question, yeah. It's a question, like I've said that 5 times. No, basically, if you could go back here and you had the power to re-raise or change like a certain part of like your upbringing and like unlearn something or implement something in your childhood that you either didn't receive or you thought would have been a good addition to your upbringing, what would you do? What would you change? What would you add? What would you take away?
I wouldn't be poor.
Yeah.
The fuck? I would have been very wealthy.
Yeah.
I would have gone to a great private school that lined me up for my life. I would have, let me think more. But that's the first thing. I think it would be like, money wouldn't have been like, and not in this kind of like we're buying, but just in terms of my education.
Okay.
I would have been in a better space to have a better education. What would yours be? Which I guess is outside of my family's thing, right? Like
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
But I
out
think,
of their
I'm sure
control
there's
kind of
more.
thing.
What would yours
Yeah,
be?
I think mine was like a certain like characteristic, I think, that I wish my parents instilled in me. Like, I wish they taught me how to be assertive. Do you know what I mean? Because I guess they were just in survival mode, and you're not thinking about these things. Like, I always give my parents grace, like they're just trying to survive. But it's like, I wish they sat me down and were like, no, like even in play, because you can do it with kids now. Like, teach them like there's ways in which you can assert yourself and stand up for yourself without being aggressive or without being forceful, or without being nasty. Do you know what I mean? But I don't remember ever learning that. I think if anything, it was like the opposite. It was like, okay, well just come in. Okay, just forget it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there was ever like some sort of, not altercation, but you know, some sort of confrontation or whatever with another kid, I just remember and I get it because it's all coming from like a lot of fear mongering, do you know what I mean? But it was like my parents would probably just be like, okay, just come in, instead of like teaching me to actually conflict resolute and just be like, oh, this is how, it's okay. Like, because I do that a lot with Anaya, and it's like, I guess it's because something that I lack. So when I see her, and at first it used to be like, I used to be that way. And so if she was playing with a child and I feel like the other child's maybe being a bit aggressive or they're a bit bigger than her or whatever, I'll just remove her from the situation. And I'm just like, no, actually, it's part of life, isn't it? Like she needs to learn how to conflict resolute. And I've noticed that she is quite a soft child. So I don't want to like take that away from her. I don't want her to change that. But you can be soft and still be out, like stand up for yourself at least. You don't even have to be outspoken. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You don't have to have a big personality. You can be soft and all the rest of it, but you must learn how to stand up for yourself. So the other day we were in the park and she was like playing with something, and then this other kid came along and tried to like push her out the way, and it's so like mad because I just want to slap that kid, but I'm just like, it's a kid, do you know what I mean? I'm just like, they're also a child, like it's actually okay. So I didn't remove her from the situation. I just wanted to see how she kind of navigated it, and then my girl went back and pushed him back, and I was like, I know that's right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So she was kind of like, and I don't know, maybe it's because she's getting older now as well, so she's just learning to like, don't play with me kind of thing. So she went back and she just kind of like, but she did it in a way that was like, do you know what I mean? Like his one was kind of like, and then she was like, oh, and then she went back and then was continued doing what she was doing. And I was like, okay, that's good. Like you don't always need to intervene, but I think I want to make sure that I instill that in her because I didn't have it in me. Like I just feel like my parents were just always so quick to remove me from anything that felt like confrontation. So yeah, I was just thinking about it, and I think that's definitely what I would change.
I think thinking about it more, I think what I would change was that I wish we was given more time to be kids and play. Like I think we were, and like again, to no fault of my mum, it's survival or whatever, we were like adultified quite quickly, right? I'm like, we were 3 girls and adultified in a way of the like, we matched my mum's needs for survival very early. Because it was always the kind of like to help her out. Yeah. Like we got to that age of the like, no, I need to help mum out, need to do this, need to not be a burden. So it meant that we grew up quite quickly in order to not be a burden in our family. Like I speak for myself, like I started working when I was 14. I was in year 9. Like I went to my job interview in my school uniform. And it wasn't because I was like, oh, because I want all of this money and blah, 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 blah. It was because I was like, I need to help my mum out. I need to not be a burden. So I think I wish we were allowed more room to be children for a longer time. And also not be like, I knew very early, like bills. I knew very early that like this thing meant this. I knew that was really aware of that really early and was like, felt responsible very early on. So I do wish there was more room to be like, oh, that's kids' business. And again, my mum was a single mum, so like we were her people, like, and of course she tried to shield certain things from us, but it was very apparent that she was stressed, and very apparent that there wasn't enough money in the house. It was all those things are really apparent. So I think we got adultified relatively quite quickly. And like, you just knew that like, yeah, no, we're not going to get that because of this. So you had to work hard for it and whatever. And it's been good in terms of like my work ethic. But also now it's like, I'm fucking tired. And it also means that like, I have this weird, like, when I'm not proud of myself, I feel like, what's the point of doing anything, right? So it made me very early on to be like, you have to do things for pride. You have to do things to be proud of yourself. You have to achieve things. You have to constantly achieve things. And yeah, I think I wish we would just give them more time just to be kids for a bit. Yeah,
I think that's such an important thing. And it's like you were saying, it's not purposeful, but it's like, it's a privilege to like not know what is going on with your parents' you know, finances or what's going on in the house, like to be kind of protected and shielded from that. And it's not that if you're exposed to it, because I'd say my upbringing was kind of similar. It's not that if you're exposed to it, it's not coming from a bad place. It's just what it is.
It's just the reality of what it is, right?
It's just the reality. It's like you actually, and the thing is, there's things that would show up in those experiences that would let you know, because our parents, like, and I'm sure it's the same for your mum, she never verbalized it, but it was like you picked up on it.
Oh, the woman was stressed the fuck. Something wasn't
you picked up on it, whether it's like, oh, you know, in my school, they didn't like a ski trip and, you know, I remember the first time when I was like, I'm on school tickets. I had no idea that being on like having dinner tickets, I didn't know what that was. Like, I had no idea that it was because my parents earned less. Yeah. Like I had no idea. I was just like, some kids have tickets, other kids have cash. Tickets. I never thought anything of it. I grew up
with, most of us had tickets. I think every so often, I was talking to my friend about this, I was in Paris actually, and she was just like, you have to give yourself grace. You were actually just a girl from Dagenham.
Like, really?
Like, you were just a girl from Dagenham. You're just a girl. And like, think of the things that you've done. And then I was thinking about like, when I was a teenager, I wasn't thinking of the like, and then one day I'm going to earn a house, and one day I'm going to build this company. And I was just like, hey,
Yeah.
I'll get on the cancel list. We'll get home there. I'll go out with some local boy. We'll have a kid, and this is going to be like, everything was such a smaller dream, because like there was no version of it that was bigger, because I never saw anything bigger, right? Yeah. So it's like a weird, and everybody, I remember being like surprised when both their parents lived with them. I was like, your mum and your dad?
Yeah.
Because it was so unlikely where we grew up, sort of thing. And like going to central London was
that was the pinnacle of like,
anybody who got a job outside of Barking and Dagenham was like, wow, you get a train into work.
Yeah, you're grown.
Like it was such like a, and that was literally, that was the height of my thinking. I was like, I'm going to work in central London. I'm going to get a train into work, and then that's going to make me a thing. And then that's why I'm always really happy about the thing I have with being curious, because the more people I speak to, they're like, hey, right, there's more. It actually just doesn't have to be this sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's options, and I think that's a very valid one, because I was even watching Paul, shout out Paul C. Bronson, his interview with Kerry Katona. Oh my
Friend
God.
of the show.
Oh my God. That girl has been through it. Really? Like it's actually mad. Like some people's lives.
Some people tell you their life story.
No, when some people tell you their life story, it's just like it's mad. Obviously everything is relative, but my God. So like one thing that I took from it, which I just thought was mad, was that she, like her mum was like, you know, came from very strenuous situations as well, didn't have the best upbringing, in and out of care and stuff. The guy that she thought was her dad, so the guy as a young like little girl, the guy that she thought was her dad, her mum ended up marrying his dad. So then essentially her dad became her brother and her granddad became her dad. And then years later, she found out that wasn't even her dad at all. Like she had a completely different dad.
God, because
that would have been weird. And then she found out that her dad was some random guy from Hungary that her mum had an affair with. And so then she, when she was a bit older, I think it was like, she found a bit of fame. I think she was in Atomic Kitten at the time. So she tracked down the family. She went through a PI to track down this man so she could meet her birth dad. And the person that she did the PI that she hired sold a story to the News of the World.
Oh God.
So then they went and broke the story to the family before she could even get a chance to. But then she was like, I'm just going to go there anyway and just introduce myself. Luckily, what would have been her stepmother was really lovely and was really welcoming and was like, we've been waiting for you to come. But unfortunately, he's died.
Of course.
He died 6 months ago.
Of course.
And if you'd come 6 months ago, we would have welcomed you with open arms. And the dad knew about her, but kind of didn't know anything about her didn't know where she lived and all the rest of it. So he just moved on and had another family. So she met all her siblings and stuff like that. And then the stepmom was lovely and they're still in her life now and stuff. But there was so much other mad stuff. I was just like, no, she took drugs with her mum. Her mum gave her speed and told her it was sherbet. Her mum. And then her mum was dating a woman, and then she said it got weird because the woman started to make sexual advances at her.
Oh God.
And then she moved out at 16 or 17 or something, and then a random man was like, you'd be great for Page 3. Jesus. So then she took some pictures for Page 3, and Page 3, even that is a mad concept. So for those who don't know what Page 3 is, back in the day in the red tops, they used to have naked women on Page 3, topless women. So they would just have their boobs out every single day. And there would be a different Page 3 girl, and they were called glamour models, right?
Yeah,
and they were just
they were young girls.
16 was
they were young girls.
The age of consent for that whole thing. And you would just see a pair of boobs in the newspaper, and you'd be on the tube, and someone would just be, God forbid, someone's trying to read the weather report.
Mate,
do you know what I mean?
The worst is there was a good story next to it. You're you can't read that story,
man. And then it's just you have to read that in your own time.
Yeah, you cannot read that story.
And then there's just a pair of boobs, and this was normalized. So she took the Page 3 pictures, and then, but then she got approached by some other guy that was like, I think you'd be great for a girl band. Come join Atomic Kitten.
Do you know what though? As hard as her life was, she was shown favour. She found favour.
She just she deserved it. And even though ordinarily I'd be like, that's a bit of an unorthodox way to find someone, because she was the first one in Atomic Kitten, and she couldn't even sing.
Favour.
It's just then they found the singers after.
Yep.
So she was just like, you know what, Paul, I had a great pair of tits on me. I was like, you know, and she was like, yeah, I was a lovely looking girl back then, you know what I mean, with my boobs and blah, blah, blah. But it was honestly, I was just like, and then it's a lot. Guys, go watch it. I won't do a full synopsis of her life, but the girl has been through some things. So now that she does all these reality TV shows, I'm like, girl, do it. Like,
Go do what you can.
do what you can. Like, I'm not.
Everyone's looking for money. Do what you
Everyone's
need
trying
to,
to get the bag. And
everyone's looking for money.
And one of her daughters, so you know she married that random guy, Mark Croft, who was basically stealing from her. So she would be so strung out on like drugs, and he would bring her blank checks, and she would just sign them, and he would go cash them. And she was just like, do you know what, Pa? I can't even tell you how much he took off me. Like literally, he stole so much money from her, and then he set them up to be robbed by first some armed robbers burst into their house one day, and it was so blatantly an inside job because 2 days later she found a book in his things called How to Rob Your Own House.
So do you know any time, right?
Like, you can't make it up.
I hear crime stories, and then
Exactly.
and then
Yeah.
no, it always spins me. Every time I hear a crime story or true crime thing, whatever,
like,
the police will always find their search saying how to kill a person.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like,
why are you being so stupid?
Why didn't you burn that book? Like, why have you got
Why
that
are you
overwhelming
searching
piece of evidence?
How to cut someone up? Like, as in,
And then you go cut them up?
why are you searching that?
No.
Or like, why are you taking your phone to the place of the crime? Like,
That is...
the 3Gs are going to get you.
Exactly.
They're going to find you.
And she was just like, so when she was telling the story, I was like, this is definitely an inside job because they tied her up, but they gave her baby formula and hot water so that she could at least feed the babies. I'm so fucking sorry. If you're gonna burgle my house, just don't try and be a wholesome burglar. Do you know what I mean? Just burgle me and keep it moving. Don't give me baby formula and try to be the good Samaritan whilst robbing me blind. Anyway, it's really like her life is mental. Her life is mental. But yeah, that is, yeah.
I mean, they say that if you were a group of people and everyone dropped their problems down, you pick yours back up. Because you know what? I would actually rather not have that
Exactly,
one.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she made it. I mean, she kind of made it.
Yeah, exactly.
She did make it.
She's still relevant to this day, kind of thing.
Yeah,
She does OnlyFans now. She says that she makes 175k a month.
What's she doing on OnlyFans?
Topless pics.
175k a
Yeah.
month topless pics.
And sometimes you forget, you know, because we're like, obviously we're in our own spaces or whatever, but there's people that are like, they're into all of that. Do you know what I mean? There's people that are still very much in that.
175k a month.
That's what she says that she makes, yeah. Yeah, that's what she says. I mean, we'll never know, but that's what she says. But the thing is, even if she was lying and she makes 50k a month.
Even if she made 5k a month.
Exactly. Even
From
if
a topless pic.
Exactly.
Like,
topless pics on her OnlyFans subscription.
she must do more than topless pics.
That's what she claims.
No,
Maybe
you
there's some
can't-
feet pictures
tits.
there too. Yeah, tits. Yeah, common tits. But no, it's not just any tits.
A stack of fat.
It's Kerry Katona's tits.
Katona's stack of fat. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. But that world still exists. You've got to remember, like, you know, there's people that are still like, they still buy those magazines and they're still invested in people like her and all the rest of it. But yeah, man, that's what she's doing. Shout out her.
Good for her. I'm glad someone is making money off this thing.
Yeah, because she's been through it, so I'm happy for her. Anytime I hear that she's getting a bag or she's signed up to a new reality TV show, I'm like, come on, let's fucking have it. In fact, I might watch and support. because
Join our OnlyFans.
yeah, because
that's the best way to support.
I might just as a silent subscriber.
Mate,
you know?
the way everyone's looking for money in this world is fucked.
Everyone is scrimping.
Scams and spams. And I've gone every day. I'm getting a phone call,
Yep.
and I actually like that Apple does a whole suspected.
Yeah.
Because what is going? Do you know how often I have to search a number and be like, who called me?
Yeah, same.
I think I was saying it to you. They nearly got me the other day. I woke up and the first text I saw was like, "Oh, your parking ticket. You need to pay for your parking ticket, and you need to pay by October the 1st." And because I knew I had parking tickets, I believed it. So I clicked the link, and I was just about to, like I said, to the point that I'd clicked the link, I'd put my car reg, and I was just about to put my card details. And I don't know if I didn't woke up and I was like, when have you ever had a message about a parking ticket?
Exactly. Not a message.
When have they ever reminded you?
They don't even email
They
you.
don't email
Yeah.
you. In fact, they want you to forget so they can
run it up.
make it more and more and more. So I was like, that's never happened before. Like, use your brain. But the website they clicked looked exactly like the Gov website. It looked like gov.co.uk. Like,
but the thing is, the little detail that will differentiate it from it being legit is something small. It's usually just an
so
extra
small.
dot. Or it'll just be like .co.uk.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to miss. Like, it's so easy to miss, especially if you're just like trying to, we're just trying to fucking stay alive and stay on top of our bills so that they don't run up even more and blah, blah, blah. It is so easy. And now they're getting really clever with how they call you because they're calling from 0208 numbers, 0207 numbers, 079 numbers. Before it used to be like 000888811.
So you could tell
Do you know
it
what I mean?
was
So you'd be like, okay, this number, I'm not fucking answering that shit. But now they're getting really, really clever with how they're doing it. So you've got to be so vigilant.
And I like to think I'm like, I know what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But like that car ticket one, they're getting people with that
That's
one.
the thing. As
They
much
are
as
getting
like,
people with that one.
you've got to remember, every time technology is getting better, people are using it for bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're just getting cleverer and cleverer with how they try and get people. But yeah, it's actually mad. Yeah, like if anything is like HMRC, they're always sending emails like, that in their letters, they will always say, we will never email you. We will never text. Do you know what I mean? They will always come in. They'll always come in a brown envelope. Yeah. It will always come in a brown envelope.
Every time I get a brown envelope, do you know my heart sinks?
Same. I'm like, it's because it's never more. It's never, oh, you paid too much.
Every so often you get a check. But most time it's always
you underpaid.
Shit. And also what fucks me off is that like I'm currently getting charged because I paid my tax late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that car?
Exactly.
Like,
why are you charging me for that?
Why are you charging me for that?
Yeah,
like as in like, okay, cool, it was a car. And the charges go up every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you charging me for that?
Yeah, it's really disgusting.
Like, why are you doing that? What if I don't have the money?
Exactly.
And I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, hey, it was late. It was paid. Fucking hell.
I know. God forbid a girl takes an extra couple days.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I literally was because every so often, like when I get like a fine or whatever, I'm like, no, I'm fighting this one.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to stand up, man.
I'm like, I am fighting it. I am writing a letter back. I'm saying, what are you not doing? Like, and it doesn't take long. As soon as you start saying, this is affecting my mental health, I don't get caught away.
Exactly. Forget it.
Why do I have to keep paying for things?
Yeah, it's too much. It's actually too much. Like when I saw that corned beef was £4.50, that's my metrics for how expensive things are.
Why are you still buying corned beef like this?
Because I love it. I still make corned beef stew.
Do you?
And do you know what? Anaya loves it. But
corned beef stew and
corned beef
yam.
Corned beef stew and spaghetti, corned beef stew and rice. It's so versatile.
Was such a big part of my... We had corned beef.
But it used to be that food that you lent on and you would make a stew and it could last you for a good couple of days.
Corned beef stew with spaghetti.
Now it's a delicacy.
And also corned beef, sorry, this is so random, but I used to love the way to open it. That key mechanism.
I know that key, yeah.
They still have it like that.
They do. I always break it. I have to use my tin opener.
What
do you mean you turn a key?
You put the key in and then you turn it, but then you make the mistake of halfway through, that key goes off, and now you're doing the knife to... Why? I wonder why it was opened like that. Because no other tin had a key that you had to twist around the bend.
Sometimes Spam does.
You buy Spam?
And Tin Tam, yeah.
What do you use?
Spam? Oh my God, yes.
What do you use Spam for?
I make Spam bagels. It's so good. I love a Spam. Do you know what it is? My dad introduced it because when he make a full English, there would be Spam in it. And to be fair, it's just a poor man's bacon. But it's just contained in a tin. And it has gelatine on the top.
Yeah, that's what's making me feel sick. That film of gelatine on the top.
You scrape off the gelatine. And then, once you access the Spam, but you can't, I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to eat it straight out of the tin. I've never done that. I only ever fry it. So when I have fried Spam in a bagel with ketchup, oh my God, I remember one time, it was on Twitter. Some girl posted her sandwich. I don't regularly, but I do. I do eat Spam. I do frequent in some Spam every now and then, yeah. But one time on Twitter ages ago, this girl posted her lunch and it was like a sardine sandwich with like loads of onions. Sardine sandwich with like loads of like jalapenos and onions and ketchup. And she was like, the caption was like, lunch. And then someone quoted it and they were like, no wonder your breath always stinks. I was like, that's so mean. But I was buzzing. I was like, that is so mean, but so fucking funny.
I remember seeing this thing in Iceland years ago and I was like, no, this is not actually fair. It was a full English in a tin.
Yes, yeah, that still exists. Yeah, and that's got gelatine on the top as well.
There is no way health-wise we should be able to approve
absolutely not
a full English in a tin. I'm talking sausages and baked beans and like in a tin.
In a tin, yeah. It's got like baked beans, sausages, like mushrooms, and all in like one tin. So the only thing you've got to do is fry your egg and you're good. If there isn't even egg in there.
They were killing us.
Yeah, that's bad. That still exists though. You can
really?
still get that. Yeah,
because when I was at uni, me and Iceland were like this.
Yeah,
me and Iceland.
Yeah,
we were. I haven't seen an Iceland store in ages. They shut down.
No, they're still. But it's
not as. Is it?
I don't think they spend because they spent all their budget on Kerry Katona. Do you remember she used to be the?
Oh yeah, she used to be the face of Iceland.
The face of it.
No, me and Iceland.
But they don't really do ads anymore.
I don't see Iceland anymore.
I see Iceland. I know where my local one is, but I don't really go in there unless I'm having a shindig. Not that I've
Iceland
a
had
shindig.
everything frozen. There wasn't a thing.
Not a single thing.
You could not get frozen from that place. Every single thing was frozen, microwavable.
Yep.
Wow, what a time.
What a time.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I know.
But I still can't believe you eat spam.
Spam, it's good. Try it. I'm going to make you a
What?
spam
No.
sandwich one day.
What?
I'm going to surprise them.
What
We'll be
meat is
"Are you
it?"
hungry?" Pork.
Oh, no. No. I'm actually trying to not eat pork anymore.
Do you know what? I wish I could not, but I'm too far gone.
Mainly because like there's nothing that I don't not eat. So I'm like, come on, man, be exclusive.
Yeah, at least pork is a bit more. It's like a
someone's
good place
what
to
your
start.
dietary requirements? I'm like, well, anything
anything.
goes. Yeah. And I'm just
same.
like, no, you have to have something, man. Have some class.
I don't have anything. Like, there's nothing I won't at least try once.
Yeah, like I kind of
there's
eat
nothing,
everything. I'm going to start doing pork.
Yeah, I think pork. Yeah, pork is a good place to start, and then. But I don't see that happening. I love a bacon sarnie. I love sausages, and like obviously there's alternatives, but I'm not really into it. Like beef sausages and chicken sausages and shit. Like nothing beats
Turkey
a good
sausages
pork.
are right.
Turkey sausages are nice. They are actually very nice. But I feel
Riveting
like
content, guys.
they're hard to get.
Really?
I feel like no. Is it turkey bacon is hard to get?
No, that's everywhere.
Is it?
There's a brand that I buy every single time.
Really?
Yeah. They are.
Is
it
it
is
turkey?
absolutely.
No.
Turkey bacon is everywhere.
I don't think I like turkey sausage though. Actually,
Okay.
because I bought it not that long ago and it was kind of dry.
Riveting, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the great content you get from the Receipts podcast.
I know, but I do have something. Have you seen what they? Everyone's turning on Taylor Swift.
Why?
So she's released a new album, and listen, I'm not a Swiftie. Do you know what I mean? I'm not her target audience, whatever. But I'm not. I've never understood the disdain towards her kind of thing. I'm just like, she exists. She's very popular. Let the girl do her thing. Like I know she's had some things where people have said like she's quite problematic or whatever, but. I just see a girl with a guitar. Like I haven't seen much past it, but the girlies are turning on her, like her core audience, which are like younger white women or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's released this new album called The Life of a Showgirl or something. I can't remember, something along those lines. And people are really dissecting her lyrics. And I don't know what it is about Taylor Swift that people like. I guess obviously she's a songwriter, so maybe that's why, and she's like known to write her own music, but people are really breaking down the lyrics and like basically saying that she's like ashamed to feminism and she's stuck in this little girl sort of era and she hasn't really evolved past high school. And I'm just like, that's not a crime. But anyway, so in her new album, she's engaged to this, Kelsey, what's his name? Taylor Swift's fiance.
Kelsey Grammer. It's not Kelsey Grammer. It's not Kelsey Grammer. I just went to say Kelsey Grammer. But I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so her fiance. And, people were kind of shocked about that union because of his... Travis Kelce, thank you. And so, so people kind of shocked by that union because he's not her usual aesthetic and vice versa. So he's kind of like have known to like dated black women in the past. He likes a certain type, and obviously Taylor doesn't fit that mold. So people have like speculated that, he's using her for her money and blah, 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 and all the rest of it. That's not a relationship that I'm invested in, so I've got no idea. So obviously now that this album's out, everyone's dissecting the lyrics, and she's got this one song where she makes reference to, you were in the dark and now you're in the light, and she uses these two words, one represents black, one represents white. So people are basically saying, I'm sorry, I'm not a bad bitch, sorry, I'm not a savage. So people are kind of being like, what are you saying? Like, you're talking about his one ex, I think her name's Kayla Nicole.
Yeah,
and she
girl.
was, gorgeous. And she was a black woman, you're a white woman, and you're saying that you're not a savage, you're not a this, and blah, blah, blah. And people are like breaking it down to say that she's talking about sort of the white and black of it all. And and then people are just really, they're really going in on her, and they're really just like, she like I said, she hasn't evolved, and she's kind of stuck in this mindset of a little girl, and she perpetuates like everything that's dangerous about white womanhood and white fragility, and and then some of her maybe business dealings or whatever behind the scenes, like some snaky, shady things that she's done, and how she jumped on the feminism wave, jumped on the feminism wave, and now you're kind of regressing into this little girl. Like, they're saying all sorts of things. Like I said, I'm not invested in Taylor Swift at all, but like, I don't know. It feels a little bit unfair. Dare I back her? But again, like I said, I don't listen to her music. I just think that Blank Space is a fucking banger, and no one's ever going to take that away from me. But outside of that, I'm just like, even if she was stuck in a state of little girlness, or like she likes to refer to sort of things that feel very high school.
It's funny because I feel like black people have been saying this about Taylor Swift for a very long time. I remember the running joke that she was a white supremacist.
Yeah.
Like as in her fans are white.
They were like, what do we call Taylor Swift's fans? And then
someone's like white supremacists.
Yeah.
Like it's been a running joke, not a running joke, it's been a running commentary about Taylor Swift for a very, very long time. So it's surprising that like this is being, I don't care.
Same, like I'm not
I was
like...
going to try and get a deep dive. I actually don't give a shit.
I don't know why people don't care.
I was really trying then.
Yeah, I don't know why people are turning her. My thing is just like, why are people like so mad at her kind of thing? But I mean, unless I hear that she's done something, like actually done something to someone, like there's some singer, what's her name? Some singer, I forgot her name. But apparently she had... oh my God, no, it doesn't make sense if I don't know the singer's name. No, anyway, there was a singer that made a song and she had said that it was inspired by one of Taylor's songs. And then the next thing, Taylor's people were sending a cease and desist saying, you better give Taylor a credit on the song. And I was just like, well, damn. Like, that's what, like, apparently like her team, like don't play, and it's spearheaded by her. Do you know what I mean? Like just the way she sort of like navigates the music industry and stuff like that. But obviously you would if you're a very powerful person. Like, you know, we're talking about Cardi sales last week and 200K is very respectable, but she's set to do 3 million.
See, and that's the conversation for me. Like, I don't really give a rat's ass about Taylor Swift. Like, good luck to that woman.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
she's
like,
the pinnacle of like mediocrity. That's might happen to make it. And hey, maybe that's aspirational.
Yeah.
In fact, it should be aspirational. Like to be that mediocre. Have you seen the woman perform or dance?
Yeah, it's not
It's
great.
all very meh. And to have that level of success,
People really love her.
Yeah. And I think the people who love her is that like many people are just mediocre, normal. Like, as in, like, she's
aspirational.
That's what she is for them. Many people are her. Like, a lot of Swifties are just like reincarnations of Taylor. But I think the conversation is that, like, the girlies are fighting about who, like, when I say the girlies, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, whatever, they're fighting about like 200K sales or whatever. Look at what they've got us fighting about when someone's making 3 million sales. And then we're here arguing about 150K. Like, I said, look at what the industry, this is the conversations where look what the industry is making us fight about and making you lot argue about whatever when someone's there making this. Because that's the cap for you blacks.
Yeah.
Like you'll do this and you guys will be like, I got 250, I got 200. This one's like in 3 million.
3 million in sales. Like that is crazy numbers.
Music that they said is not that good.
Yeah.
Cardi B's album is actually very good.
I haven't listened to it, but I heard it's really good. I've heard it's really good.
And then the critique of her album not being good is from her fans. Like, it's not like just normal people being like, oh, it's not really my thing. I like pop music.
Yeah, the people that critique Cardi's album are barbs, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like the people that are saying it's not good and she's not hip hop and all the rest of it, which there probably is some truth to that. But yeah, if she's making good music, she's making good music. But yeah, Taylor Swift's numbers are out of this world. I don't know, maybe it was just my algorithm and it's like clearly the numbers don't reflect that. Do you know what I mean?
And apparently the last person to do that much was Adele.
Yeah, like those kind of numbers are stupid.
That is Adele numbers.
Yeah, Adele's numbers, like there's people who do numbers and it's just like, it's, you know.
And you know what? Adele rightfully so should do numbers, man. That woman can.
Yeah, she can sing, like she can actually sing.
Her music slaps, everything about it is actually 10-10. So she should do those. Actually, I don't care about Taylor's. Like,
yeah, I'm
good
not
for
like,
you, like whatever, or not good for you.
Yeah.
Sorry that happened to you. I hope you're okay.
But
or fuck that bitch.
I'm
like
sure
whatever reaction you want me to have, here's the reaction.
I'm sure people will be like, no, this is what she's done. Like, these are the things that she's done. But to me, I'm just like, I don't think that, I'm just like, so. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, if she wants to make that kind of music and people want to buy it, let them. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's just like the dissection of every single thing she's saying and kind of putting it down to this. And again, I might be wrong. That might be actually what she's saying and it might be problematic. It might be racist. It might be whatever. But yeah, it was just interesting seeing the tide because people are always like usually fighting for her, like to, like people try to say she's better than Beyonce. And
but how
blah,
true
blah, blah.
is the tide when she's still selling 3 million?
That's the thing.
Like, sometimes it's just internet conversation.
But the thing
like,
is, people are dumb though because it's like people don't understand that even if you buy it to dissect it, you're still buying it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it still contributes towards sales. And when they're breaking down those sales, no one gives a shit that you bought it to critique it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily, the fact that you don't like it doesn't take away the sale. Do you know what I mean? If you actually had to like something or you had to view it as critically acclaimed for it to count as a sale, then fair, but it doesn't. It just counts towards numbers that still make her probably the greatest selling artist of our generation.
Because I don't buy music. So I'm like, how...
I stream it. But I guess it's like the downloads and the purchases, isn't it? That's what they count towards
It's that interesting conversation of that, like we're in an area where it's like you actually don't own anything.
You don't own shit.
Like you think you do, but
you're
like
borrowing
everything is kind of like on your phone's borrowed. Like you don't
renting
own
everything.
Everything is being rented out now. Like even the music you listen to, none of it is actually something that you own anymore. Like you just don't own many things. I stream music, so I don't.
Same.
And also, it really fucks me up when I don't have internet. Suddenly, I don't have music.
I know.
I'm like, what's
That's
going
the
on?
thing. I'm like, what do you mean you're offline?
Offline?
What do you mean? Yeah, you have to download it, isn't it?
And I'm like, well, sorry, what? Actually, all this confuses me. Like, what do you mean I don't have anything to listen to because I don't have the internet?
Because I've got so many of my playlists, I'm like, oh shit, I haven't actually downloaded them. So when I'm offline, you can't access it.
Nothing.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I must remember to do that. But I feel like I never listen to music anyway. So I just always forget because I'm just always listening to like podcasts and stuff. So I very rarely listen to music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm doing a long drive, I'm just so used to hearing people talk with no beat. Like I need to stop. Do you know what I mean? At the start, needing some instruments and some beats and stuff because yeah.
Oh yeah, so someone emailed about us, about a political incorrectness that we did. And honestly, if you're coming here for your political news, that's more for you.
Yeah, please.
No, I'm joking. We were talking about the UK government digital thing and said it was owned by Tony Blair's son. Apparently it's not true, but okay.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't take away any of our
thing
thoughts
is still
or
happening.
opinion. Yeah, exactly. I don't care who's invented it.
I don't care who owns it. It's still happening and it's still a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing to spend money on. I just think it's just really weird thing to spend money on.
Because people are really struggling, you know.
That's why everything is being weird. That's why we're getting more spam. That's why we're getting more blood. Like everyone's going back to old school criminality.
Yeah. Like it's actually, people are really going through it financially. And so, that money definitely can be better spent elsewhere. Like, yeah.
Because it's so random. So I pay Candy Crush a lot. So there was a time I was addicted to Candy Crush. Right?
I did not know that about you.
I'd be in the club playing Candy Crush. And I deleted it off my phone because I was like, no, this is too much. I deleted it off my phone for like 2 years. Because I haven't been on socials, I recently downloaded it again and I'm like having a great time, whatever. And you get like stupid ads during it, right? And there's always this ad of like, get paid to play games. And I always really think about, do you know those things that they're like, and here's how to earn quick money and all this. I'm like, how true can that be? Are they scams?
I proper used to be like, yes, I need to know, sign me up. But then
it can't be for real, right? But like, play this game and they're just a way
to suck people in.
I've always been thinking someone will be like, do you know you see them adverts on like YouTube to be like, here's how to be an Amazon seller that you can earn this amount. I was like, how true are these things? Like, are people actually? And if it was that easy, wouldn't we all just be like?
Yeah, everyone would
like be doing it.
Be like earn money for free for sitting at home.
Yeah,
it's just like okay. So how comes?
But what's the comma? What's the thing?
What are we doing here?
But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, dilemmas.
It's
time for. Do we ever get a jingle made? All the things that we keep saying will happen that never do. A jingle made for dilemmas. I have no jingle in me, but it's time for some dilemmas. Are you good to go?
Let's go, baby.
Okay, so first dilemma. Hey guys, love the pod. So I'm 22 and I've been with my boyfriend, same age, for about a year. He's honestly such a sweet, caring guy and I do love him, but our sex life's pretty much dead from the start.
Ooh.
The other night I went through his phone, I know I shouldn't have, and found loads of pics of him basically in drag.
Oh.
Full makeup, wig, dresses, heels. I was honestly so shocked. I just didn't know what to think. This is new.
This is
like,
so new.
So often all the dilemmas have become like, this is new.
I thought she was going to say pussy pics.
Or dick pics or something. I didn't expect this. Then I saw messages from guys sending him compliments saying how good he looked and he was kind of flirting back. Not full on, but definitely more friendly. I had no idea he was into that kind of thing. When I asked him, he said he's not gay. Nobody asked you if you're gay.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
It's just a private kink he does online, but he's never do it in real life. I'm not trying to judge, but it's really thrown me. And I honestly don't know what to think. I can't really look at him the same now. What do you think? Is he gay? Or just into something? And is this something I can work out? Or am I wasting my time? I mean, the man said he's not gay. Because if you do drag, doesn't mean you're gay. He said he's not gay.
He's definitely queer though. I definitely think he's queer. He may not be gay and that could mean a multitude of different things and that's fine. But
denial is a big part in Egypt.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I don't even necessarily think the drag aspect makes him gay or queer or whatever, but it's you're flirting with guys. I feel like to be able to do that there's something there. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know what he said at the beginning of the relationship. I mean, I don't know. You don't have these conversations with people. You don't meet someone and ask them if they're bi or if they've ever been, like, you just don't. Do you know what I mean? You just assume boy likes girl, girl likes boy in this scenario.
But I actually don't know what drag means about your sexuality, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah,
like, I don't actually know.
I think it is very separate.
Yeah. I don't know if it means anything.
Yeah, I think it can be a very separate thing. Like, it's just because it's performance, isn't it? Like, and like, you know, drag is seen as an art form. So if he enjoys the art form of it all, and, you know, but I think that it's hard to kind of separate the performing as a woman side of things. Do you know what I mean? But essentially it's performance. So if he enjoys that side of things, then he enjoys that side of things. It's hard because you can only take his word for it.
Yeah, and also I can't tell you what to think about this. If it's something that you don't fuck with, then it's something that you don't fuck with. Like, if you're like, you know what, this is not for me. I don't know if I can take it that you can lay a wig.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if I can take it that this was a secret. Or I don't know if I can take it that we're actually not very sexually active.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah, that part as well.
I think that part is the kind of like, we don't have great sex from the very beginning. You don't have to stay with him. Like,
yeah, you don't.
I think your fear might be that it might make you a phobic if you're like, oh no, I can't do this or whatever. But I think you're allowed to be like, hey, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. And the issue can be because we don't have sex.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to be like to you, no, you stay there and if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's not by force.
Exactly. I totally agree. And it's like, it's not betrayal, but it was a massive, like, this is quite a big thing about someone's like personality that you don't know about. So for me, I'd also be like, but why couldn't you share it? And I understand why he might not want to share that, because, you know, you don't know how people are going to respond to these things. You know, it's not necessarily normalized in heterosexual relationships. But at the same time, I would just be like, wow, you have this whole side of you that I don't know about. And it's just like, it just feels like very secretive. Also, you've got to remember, regardless of whether it's men or women, he's flirting with other people. Do you know what I mean? He's engaging in these conversations with other people behind your back. And depending on what you deem infidelity to be, that is also a legit reason to be like, nah, I'm not, like, what do you mean? Like, why are you doing this? And it's just like, he said that he only does it online and he hasn't, you know, he hasn't done it in real life. But I just think a lot of things are pipelines. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think you should let that man be free, man.
Yeah,
like, I think he loves drag. He wants to run a runway. Like, I let him be free. Like, you don't have to, like, baby, go do what you need to do.
Yeah.
What's one secret kink you can find out about a partner that'll make you be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this?
If they do anything with like shit.
Valid.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you are into shit play, I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm fucking calling it. If you like poo play, shit play, feces play, then
fuck that shit.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
You've got to go, because that will never
I think also, like,
I wouldn't judge you about golden showers.
Oh, I absolutely would judge you about golden showers. That's fucking disgusting. I'm so sorry. What is the enjoyment of having warm piss poured on you?
That's more understandable. But
and the thing is, I know anybody that's doing a golden shower is not well hydrated. So that's why it's golden. No one hydrated will call it a golden shower, because it shouldn't be golden if you're well hydrated.
Just be liquid
so it's going to be like, it's going to be like apple juice type fucking urine put, sorry. I know you could.
But I feel like if that's a kink, I can imagine if you're into golden showers and shit, the yellower the better. Do you know what I mean? The more golden,
what you want from me, I'm not going to give it to you, because that's fucking disgusting.
The more golden the shower, the better. But that's no fucking fun. You might as well get a hose if it's all clear and shit. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want clear. I want gold. Where is the golden in the room with us?
Imagine that well-hydrated guy is pissing on you like, where's the fucking gold, bitch?
No, this ain't it.
Why's that so clear?
Go and drink some apple juice and come back.
Mine would be race play.
Oh yeah, that's
if
a good
I see
one.
anywhere in your history that you've let someone call you that and the other, get out my face, man.
That's a good one.
Like you idiot.
Yeah.
So
have some dignity, sir.
But honestly, in all honesty, right, it's actually okay. Even if the reason is not the sex, the reason is not the light. It's okay to be like, I don't want to be with someone that does this. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you don't have to be in a relationship with that if you didn't want to. Yeah, I think that's okay.
Hi, Tolly and Audrey.
Hello.
First of all, thank you for returning and brightening not only mine, but thousands of listeners' day as we all try to survive in this wayward world. Yeah. This is actually a follow-up to an email before about my family. Mum and brother not wanting to be involved in my kids' lives while we live in Norway. Plus, that we owned houses together and that he didn't want to share. I remember that dilemma. Well, this summer was a doozy. Me and family took a trip to London back home. The kids had fun and we certainly had an amazing time for 10 days. Then came the family meetup. I text my brother to meet up with mum at the family home. He sends a late message saying he can't do today as his daughter has a birthday party of a friend. And I'm like, okay, cool. Next day, we agreed to meet up at 3. 1 hour before we meet up, he texts, well, if you want to meet us, come now. And if you want to meet mum, you can go after. To my shock, I was about to say, what do you mean? He then says in a text message, yeah, mum's in a care home, so you can go meet her there. Mm-hmm. He didn't say my mum was in a care home. Plus, when we meet later that day and find out his wife is pregnant and about to give birth in a month, he didn't say anything. Fast forward 1 week, my brother calls me up and tells me my mum has passed.
Fucking hell.
My God. Not only am I angry but upset, I feel like our relationship is non-existent and I have unmeasurable levels of anger. I try to go, but how can I stop being so rage-filled? Not only has he stolen 200k plus in money from the properties in 9 years, but he took away the last months of connection I had with my mum by lying and saying she was okay.
Okay, can you call the police?
Bro.
No, like generally it's time to call the police because if I can't get you for anything else, you've stolen 200k.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else that's like really nothing else can make you punishable by now, right? As in, why would you not tell me my mum was in care and then call me back and say that our mum has died? Like as in, what kind of... That's fucked.
Yeah, that
and
is
clearly
really
someone
fucked.
who doesn't want a relationship with you.
Yeah.
But okay. But you
That is
can't keep...
fucked.
I'm calling the police.
Yeah, that is fucked. That is fucked. That is fucked. That is like an unforgivable offence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? I just feel like...
Absolutely.
I just feel like you're beating a dead horse because to my recollection, the relationship was already strained.
Somehow, yeah.
And you were trying to find this connection with, you know, these family members and just being like iced out consistently. And now you've been iced out of something that is your right to know. Do you know what I mean? This is not like a fleeting thing of like, oh, well, maybe like blah, blah, blah. Like you didn't know. Like what if you wanted to help? Like of course you probably wanted to spend time with her and go like, that is really, really,
I feel like
wicked.
though, I think some people feel resentful when they're the ones left with the parents. When it feels like everyone else has got to like go away, move out, and now I'm the one, not in a horrible, but they feel like they're the one that's stuck with the mum and had to look after her or whatever.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like, well, I'm the one looking after her, so I'm going to get the money from the houses. I'm going to decide what I tell you about her well-being and stuff. And I don't know how much... Was your mum not reachable outside of him?
Yeah, like was he the only
form of contact? Yeah, this just, I'm so sorry, but this sounds like family shit that I have no solution for.
Yeah, same.
Outside of call the police on that man for the money he stole.
And outside of drop him out forever and just accepts that this is what it is now, like he did something unforgivable and it's not really on you to be trying to make amends. Like he should be the one to be apologetic and trying to fix things. And if he doesn't want to do that, then you know where you stand with him. I think like you're literally just fighting something that you can never win. Like I wouldn't.
And now that your mum is gone, again, so it's that there's no relationship anymore really. Like it's sad, but like that is the one probably thing that was still keeping you guys together, still keeping you guys in communication, and she's not around. Yeah. So I can only assume that is dead. But truly, call the police. I'm actually like that 200k. No, I'm getting my money back.
Fight for it legally. Go for
Get your houses.
Channels.
You get your inheritance as well. You deserve all of the inheritance as much as he does as well. Like this can't be the only person getting all of the thingy from your
100%. Because also he's not going to deprive you of that those last moments of your mum, and then also deprive you of your cash. And then take money that is rightfully yours as well. Like you have a right to that money. Do you know what I mean? So go find a no-win, no-fee lawyer, you know, and get someone to help you.
I haven't seen them advertise in a while.
I know. Maybe it became illegal because I never see them anymore. Like I never see them in anymore either. But it's like all the ones where you just pay if you win. That's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That will do it. Right, next dilemma. Hi, Tolly and Audrey. Day one listener here. Thank you for being such constants in my life over the years. Listening to you both feels like I'm listening to a conversation between me and my girls. This honestly feels like home. I don't have a specific dilemma situation, more of a broader life dilemma. It's following up on what you said in the recent episode, Tolly, about how men are the prize and we're fucked because of it. I couldn't agree more. And it's really worrying me how much of a problem it is. For context, I'm 31, almost 32, and very incredibly single. I've been single for 9 years. During this time, I of course have dated a lot, had situationships, some meaningful connections, but not ever got into an official relationship stage. I do love my life. I have a great career in the city and I've worked my way to a high position from my age. I own my own home, which I love. I have the most incredible friends and family. I go out with my girls most weekends to nice places. I'm healthy and I'm truly so grateful for life. But I can't stop thinking about how badly I want a relationship and how my life feels like it's stuck in an endless limbo loop until I get it. I feel genuinely embarrassed that it has not happened yet. I love what you said once, Tolly, about how this isn't the waiting rooms. It's just life right now, and I totally agree with you. But the reality is that so much and everything I want is simply not going to happen until I find a man. My closest friends are also still single and navigating dating with the same struggles as me. So we're kind of all in it together at the moment and no one is left behind, which makes things easier. But my friends can't feel the empty space and loneliness I feel so deeply daily. Sometimes it catches me off guard and I have a huge cry about it and I sit on my sofa in the evening, even if I had a great fulfilling day in so many ways. I just can't believe how bad it is and how difficult dating is. I do experience pretty amazing connections, but feel so genuine from both sides. But they will then end abruptly with no warning and leave me so confused. I never quite get past the early dating stage before I receive the, I'm just not able to give you what you want right now, text on a random Tuesday night. And I just don't know what to do. When I meet a guy, I like him, I cannot stop thinking about him. No matter how hard I try to, I cannot stop getting myself excited. I wake up and my first thoughts are whoever I'm speaking about. And even if I'm having the busiest day and not on my phone, I can't stop thinking about if they responded or not. And if not, why not? Have they changed their mind, etc. I put a lot of effort into dating. It's basically my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. I do and will always remain hopeful because I genuinely believe with my whole living being it will happen and I won't give up looking. But I hate that I can't stop obsessing over it. I personally don't buy into the whole it will come when you stop looking for it. To me, that's bullshit. If you want something, you should be actively trying to get it in the way you would other things. But no matter how hard I try, it's just not happening. And being open-minded, dating guys I wouldn't consider my type, trying with guys I have no romantic spark with, but I also reject the idea of settling, depriving myself of the love story I want and deserve, and what so many others have. So this is a problem because what do I do as a single woman? A single life will not be fulfilling for me, and that's frightening that I feel like I can't be fulfilled without a man. I don't want to travel alone. I don't want to move out of my flat and buy a house alone. I don't want to have kids alone. I don't want to navigate this life alone. The years are going by so fast and the situation just isn't changing. Every year I think surely this is the year, and before I know it, I'm having another birthday still completely single. So I say all of this to say, you're right, Tolly. Men really are the prize, and it's sickening. Single women of our age group are in a pandemic, and it's so fucking worrying. How have we got here? And seriously, what do we do? And I answered that by saying, I have no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna. Do you know what? Even when you were reading it, I think she wrote that to vent. Because there's nothing that we can really say because she's doing everything right. Like she has a life outside of this desire that is very fulfilled. She's successful. She's a homeowner. She's got great friends. She's going out every weekend. She is dating. She's dating people that are not necessarily her type. Like she's doing everything right. So there isn't really anything we can offer apart from support.
If you're writing this email as a way to feel seen, yeah, you feel seen. Like I'm sure so many people listening to that, I'm like, girl, I hear it. And the worst thing about that thing is they're like, feeling it and then not rating yourself for feeling it. Like, what the, like,
Yeah,
as in, I
it's
can
like
imagine you've got all of these
twofold.
things.
Yeah,
It's like, why do
100%.
I feel these things when I'm like absolutely fine? I'm doing great and you cannot see past this thing. You're obsessing over it. And that even makes you not rate yourself even more like, wow, like this thing is such a central part of my life. And why is it such a central part of my life? And if you're writing that to feel seen, I'm sure so many people listening to this will be like, girl, I hear you. But I honestly don't know what the fucking solution is. Like, I honestly don't know. And I also don't want to say anything that you've heard it.
Yeah,
oh, learn to love yourself. Oh, yeah, when you're not looking at it, come on, smash.
Yeah.
And I'm not in the room or telling people to drop their standards to meet someone. I don't like that kind of advice. It fucks me off. I honestly like.
She's already even kind of implied that she's tried that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know
and it
what I
still
mean?
hasn't.
And
And
still,
that's the worst thing. Giving someone you don't like a chance and then it failing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm even managing you.
I just think, I think with the mindset, 'cause I think that that's even more so what the dilemma is, the fact that she does feel so shit for feeling this way because she's all of these things, like she's got all of these amazing things going on and it's like, why the fuck do I? And I feel like as women, we have to give ourselves more credit. Like the indoctrination that we've had is not small. Like we're talking about your whole life has been geared towards finding a relationship. So, you know, they say as long as it takes you to learn something, it's going to take you the same amount of time to unlearn it. And from the minute you are born, you are conditioned. I'm not sure what your background is, but I think this just applies to women as a whole. Like, it's not even like race specific or whatever, but maybe it is a little bit depending on your culture. You can't unsee it from literally like being a kid and watching cartoons and seeing the fairy tale and the princess finding love at the end and all of that stuff. Like, if you think it hasn't done a number on us, it absolutely has.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to shift that mindset of wanting it. Also, there's a natural desire, like you actually want it. Do you know what I mean? You're not trying to have these things because you feel like it's just a societal pressure. As humans, we desire companionship. So I feel like that sort of nature, that sort of natural aspect plus the indoctrination, plus all of the things that we're constantly bombarded down our throats about what we're supposed to have, especially as women, it's going to be a very intense feeling. So I just also want you to give yourself grace that like, you're not an idiot, you're not wrong for wanting it. It's very natural, it's very normal, but also just like cut yourself some slack in the sense that you didn't even want to receive this information, but we received it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't help like the things that we internalize, the things that we take in because it's been rammed down our throats. So it's not just you. Like, it's not, you know, it's not a you problem.
And I don't even think you have to unlearn wanting it. It's okay. Like, you're allowed to have desires, and you're allowed. And I think for the longest time, women have been told to not out these desires as a way to be like, oh, because you know you got over this thing sorted. It's absolutely fine. And you're like, no, I want a man, I want marriage, I want children, I want to do this with someone, I want all of these things. And it's okay that you feel that way. It doesn't make you less of a woman, doesn't make you less hardworking, doesn't make you less well-rounded. Yeah. And honestly, I there is no advice to be like, oh, you just need to put yourself up, because you're doing all of the things.
Doing all of the things, yeah.
It's just when it happens, and it's and that's shit, and it sucks, and no one's trying to hear that shit. But I think people don't, I think I have a big problem with people being like, oh, you just have to, once you fixed yourself, then someone will come along. I think it's more luck than what people make out to be. It's more chance, it's more luck, and it's hard. And I honestly don't know any advice to give someone to be like, once you do this and then you find it. Yeah. Like, if someone's job hunting, you tell them, put your CVs out, go to this and do this and do this. But I don't know if there was like a guide.
No, there isn't, because it's a two-way thing. Do you know what I mean? And it sounds like she's ready. Like, she's got all of the tools that are required to be a great partner, but the other side has to be doing the work as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's very much out of your control, you know? But yeah, we definitely feel you and see you, sis.
It's shit. Yeah. And it's even like when you're like, your conversation with your friends are all about this thing, it's all like, oh, this is actually so dead. Yeah. But hey, it's not a you thing. It's many women in your age, older, are going through the exact same thing and just don't know what the answer is. It's not a you thing.
Definitely not a you thing.
But yeah, next dilemma. Okay, it says advice to a baby girl with the anal nightmares dilemma. Oh, okay.
Referring back to episode 262. Hey girlies, long time listener here, and like anyone with sense, I love you down. Just wanted to chip in with some advice to baby girl with the anal nightmares dilemma, episode 262. As Tolly said, take time. Then when you're ready, number 1, be relaxed. Look, this is actual advice.
This is that butthole advice.
Yeah, literally. Number 1, be relaxed. Being tense, clenching the booty hole will make it hurt. Kind of like how when you're inserting a tampon and your vagina is all clenched up, contracted, it makes it harder and more painful to insert. Number 2, in caps, with the clap emoji in between, lube, lube, lube. Water base is best. Number 3, start small and work your way up. So at first, he might just put a thumb or a finger in. Okay. Get used to the feeling.
Okay.
Then a small toy, then his actual peen.
Okay.
With all these, make sure he is being gentle and moving slowly so you remain calm and relaxed. Add lube as needed.
Okay.
Number 4, my favourite other girlies over at the Decisions podcast, formerly Horrible Decisions, have lots of tips too. Sorry, I don't have a specific episode to recommend, but it will be in the older episodes before they rebranded to be more PG. Number 5, beeducated.com is another resource. Good luck with the dripping wet emoji.
Do you know what was the most fascinating thing about that dilemma? I don't know what I've ever given off that gives you a thing that I would have how to have anal sex. Like I said, I don't know what it is about me that would be like, oh, she would know the tips.
Maybe it was more directed at me, even though I've never had anal before.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jonna messaged me. She was like, "Why don't you give that girl tips?" I said, "When did I tell you that I was fucking in my anus? That I could be like, and here's the one day." But you know what? That's why we have great listeners, because you have been giving the tips here, and I really hope that was helpful.
I think that she knew that this might be coming because the listeners are great. They really do. When they know stuff, they know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, me too. That's not my.
That's not my ministry.
That's not my area.
Right. Okay. Hey, Tolly and Audrey, I've been listening to your podcast for a while and finally decided to send this because it's something I think about almost every day. I haven't really spoken to anyone about it, apart from ChatGPT, but I need a real human advice.
Okay.
I met my boyfriend 2 years ago, and before we slept together, I asked to see his STI results. Good girl. The NHS text showed everything was clear, so we didn't use a condom. At the time, I thought herpes were included in the standard check, but I later found that it isn't unless you have symptoms. About a month later, he sat me down looking really sad and sorry and told me he has herpes. HSV2. I was furious because I felt like he should have told me this earlier. He explained he was diagnosed when he was 18 and generally thought it had gone.
No, sir.
After he was given medication, since he hadn't had another breakout for years. He also thought it could only be passed on during breakouts. English isn't his first language, and so fucking what? Learn to say it in Spanish.
Exactly.
So I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but surely everyone knows herpes stays in your system and is contagious regardless. Now, he takes daily antivirals, checks for outbreaks, and we use condoms. I got tested after he told me and I was clear, but I still worry I could have it without symptoms, asymptomatic. At first, I avoided sex with him, but now I'm less scared. Though every time we're intimate, I can't shake the thought that I might catch it. It bothers me that I can't have sex freely without the constant anxiety. I'm torn because I do see a future with him. He's caring, supportive, and honestly the best boyfriend I've ever had. But deep down, I don't think I could cope with having herpes. Sometimes I tell myself if we get married, it might not matter as much, but the risk still lingers in my mind. My dilemma is, am I being stupid for staying with him? Or should I see this as a genuine mistake he's learnt from? Thank you for your advice. If you managed to read this dilemma, it's really appreciated.
I think I understand why you would feel annoyed that he didn't tell you, because when people remove your sort of the option for you to decide, do you know what I mean? I think that's really unfair, and it was very shady of him knowing full, well, I guess he claims he didn't know, but obviously he did the test. So in your mind, you're thinking, let's go. Do you know what I mean?
But also, I'm sorry, if someone's going to ask you about a test, you know this person is very serious
that's
and
what pissed me off.
So that's why it's like, the fact that I asked you about a test is the time to be like, oh, but just to let you know, I do. Like, as in, that's the time to say it. Because if I'm asked, not many people ask you to do tests. So if I'm asking you to do tests, I take this shit seriously. I don't play with my sexual health. So that means you should have told me at that point to be like, oh, okay, it doesn't show up here, but I did have an outbreak, blah, 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 blah. And then let me be like, okay, cool. Yeah. Cool.
Exactly. That was very shady. And so if you can't get over that part, then that's completely justifiable, because at the end of the day, like, this is an open goal and you missed it. Do you know what I mean? So what will you do if an open goal doesn't present itself in other things? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I always look at those things like, okay, if you've done this in this scenario and you had every single opportunity to be honest, we hadn't done anything yet, you know, and granted he wanted to sleep with you, wanted to be with you, whatever, but you lied about that, and, you know, it was a safe space, what else would you do? Like, you've broken trust. Like, for me, it would be like a trust thing. But, you know, clearly she's someone that takes her sexual health very seriously and all the rest of it. And rightly so, as you should. Like, this is your life. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like it's a decision because I don't know how much of his... Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to think, we've got to weigh it up.
Also, I don't know medical advice re herpes. I don't know like when. I don't actually know. So I think what you need to do is go educate yourself on this thing.
Speak to a doctor.
Speak to a doctor, educate yourself on this thing, and then once you know all the information you need to know, then you can make your decision. Because I can't be like, oh, babe, it doesn't matter as long as it's nice to you. Like, I don't know when the outbreak is. I don't know the possibility of you catching it. I do not know, and I don't want to say things and everyone's going to like, and then I'm going to be some ignorant bitch that actually doesn't know what she's talking about. So I think the best thing to go do is just go like educate yourself on this thing and decide if you're okay with it or not. I just want more people to know that it's like they're okay to be like, yeah, no, this thing doesn't work for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you can't
be guilt tripped when it comes to your health.
Like in the outside world, right, we have to be seen as so accepting of everything. But like, yeah, liberal, everything goes. You don't actually have to live like that. Sorry, like there's certain things that can be like, but like for me in my household.
Yeah, exactly. And this is not to shame people that have it, but you also have the right to have sort of like autonomy over your life and over your body and over your health, and it's got nothing to do with anybody else. And I feel like that's the problem. Just going back to what you were saying, everybody makes stuff about them. Sometimes it's very much just a personal thing.
I want that.
It's got no bearing on you as a person, how I feel about you. Like, I don't think you're dirty. I don't think anything. But for me and my body, like, you know, you've got the right to make that decision. You can't be guilt tripped into doing something you don't feel comfortable with because you want to appease someone else's feelings.
And I think once you're educated, sex will feel less fearful.
Yeah.
I think maybe, like, I honestly think, speak to a doctor, learn, like, read on, just learn as much as you can about it, and then from there make your decision. But if you're having fearful sex, if you don't feel comfortable, if it's like you don't feel comfortable because he didn't initially tell you, or because you just don't feel comfortable with it, you're allowed to be like, I'm tapping out.
This is not for me. Yeah. I totally agree.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't see many men, if they're like, don't accept, I'm like, I don't know what to do, I'm not, they'll be like, if I don't want to be with you, that's too much for me. Yeah. I'm annoyed that he didn't say it to you once you asked for those tests, because you know.
That was naughty of him to do that, because he proper had an open opportunity, and now you're here, and now he's kind of like put you in this position where you have to, it's almost like you've got to like make a decision now that you know, and he better not turn around and be like, oh, yeah. But it's like, no, sir, you had the opportunity early doors, and if you decided to go through, then you went through, and it's
not leaving your mind. This happened 2 years ago, and you're
proper still thinking about it.
Make a decision.
Yeah,
is what I would say.
Agreed.
But yeah, that's it.
That's all, folks.
That is it for this episode of the Receipts Podcast. Do remember, if you have dilemmas, please email us at
dilemmas@thereceiptspodcast.co.uk.
That is
dilemmas@thereceiptspodcast.co.uk.
And you can also like send them via the website.
Exactly.
So feel free
Utilize
to do
the website.
that.
Yes.
But that is it. If you guys have any answers, solutions, or thoughts, please comment and tell people what's best, because I'll know.
Yeah.
I've been your girl, Tolly T.
Just call me Audrey.
Bye.